Cheers.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode number 2 of Slightly Off Topic Podcast, where it is useless information you didn't need to know, but now you know, and it's just taking up space in your head.
Yeah, we're glad to do it.
With that introduction, well,
Clink.
clink, 1, 2, 3. What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode number 2 of the Slightly Off Topic Podcast. It is I, Demonic, with my co-host, Mario. Today, we're going to be talking about useless news stories you didn't need to know, but now you know, and it's taking up valuable space in your brain.
Yep.
With that intro, Mario, take us out to story number 1.
First story you didn't need to know, but they'll be glad you know. Tennessee cops, including married female officer, fired after repeated wild sex romps, reports the New York Post.
All right, so this officer was fired because she fornicated.
Well, she had sex with many cops.
Oh, so she shacked a lot of other cops.
She shagged many cops.
Okay,
Yep.
It probably might say it in the story, but I'm curious. Was it like on duty?
It was on duty.
It was on
check
duty?
this out.
All right, go ahead.
A small Tennessee police station has been rocked by allegations of wild sexual misconduct after a married female officer allegedly had steamy romps with 6 male officers. Six.
This all in one time or like?
Ooh. Let's see, including illicit on-duty liaisons, according to reports. Officer Megan Hall and her fellow law officers allegedly engaged in wild sexcapades that included sending dirty pictures, taking her top off at a Girls Gone Wild hot tub party, and even having oral sex with 2 officers at the Laverne, Tennessee police station, reports WTVF.
Dang. All right.
Yep.
So to serve and protect indeed. Wow.
She's serving for sure. Protecting, I'm not sure.
Okay, and you said she was married.
She is married, yes.
Do we have?
Is.
Still is.
Still is. According to the last thing I looked on, is her husband standing by her side. I mean, good for him.
So she did the nasty with 6 cops.
Yep.
Multiple times, send nudes, blew them in a hot tub party.
Yep.
And homeboy is still singing by her.
He's still sticking by her. It says, the steamy shenanigans in which Hall allegedly bragged about the size of one of her partner's genitals and claimed to be in an open marriage not only led Hall to be canned, but led to the firings of Sergeant Lewis Powell, Officer Juan Lugo, Sergeant Ty McGowan, and Detective Seneca Shields, according to a December internal investigation. Let's see, 2 other officers who allegedly had romps with Hall, Patrick McGill and Larry Holiday.
I heard of him.
Yeah, he was a very famous guy.
Right.
Kept their jobs, but wound up suspended, according to the reports. They were probably the guys that got BJs.
Right. They didn't get the full.
It wasn't penetration, so they got to keep their jobs.
Right. Dang. And wow. So, dang, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah. It says the extracurricular trysts took place at hotels and parties at other officers' houses and on a boat, while Hall was also accused of performing oral sex on Powell and Shields while on duty at the police station and police gym, according to the December 28th internal reports. Yo.
Whoa, she was busy.
Heck
Busy.
yeah.
Okay, so she has an quote-unquote open marriage.
According to her.
So now, going back to episode number 1, is she the breadwinner?
Ooh. That would be the only reason I can think of why he would be okay with this.
Because in episode number 1, if you guys haven't seen it by now, we talked a little bit about I forgot.
Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, she says that the breadwinner should be able to cheat. And I basically said no unless you're in an open relationship. But
according to her, it's open.
Damn, that's crazy. So this is all now. Imagine this. This is all like the cops, right? Who's to say that she hasn't, did the dirty with like people she arrested?
Kind of like, I'll let you off if you get me off. One of those kinds of things.
Right, exactly. A really weird quid pro quo.
Like, finally, guys are going to be able to get out of tickets so long as she pulls you
exactly.
over.
So she the guy gets pulled over. She's like, "Oh no, officer, what can I do?"
Yeah, the guy is like, "Hey,
Bro, it's equality, man. It's finally happening to us. This is the year of the man.
Oh yeah, I feel it. This says officials began to look into the swinging personal lives of the amorous officers when Laverne Mayor Jason Cole received a tip that Hall was sleeping with several fellow cops and had a threesome with Magliocco and his wife, among other claims. Oh man, she was busy.
That's funny because I remember seeing a lot of these memes where it says that there's one meme that goes that today we're doing team building activity, and the team building exercise and the team building exercise is a picture of her.
You know what they're building is they're building the team by building that pyramid, or the devil's pyramid,
right? Yeah, exactly.
The devil's triangle,
right?
Oh man,
dang, that's
dude, and she's not even pretty. I hate to say it, that sounds rude, but yeah.
But I mean,
not even
okay,
pretty,
like, does it matter though? As long as you're,
I guess no.
As long as you're getting the action.
No, I suppose it doesn't. Let's see. It says he told investigators that Hall had told him about Powell's big black and claimed she had performed a sex act.
Big black pole.
Black pole. Say it 5 times fast. Had performed a sex act on him while the pair were on the clock. The report said. Magliocco also said he had seen Hall and Holiday kiss while watching football at a party, and said Hall had kissed his own wife, Amy, after learning they had an open marriage, according to the document. Jesus.
Damn, this goes deep.
Yeah,
apparently he went deep too.
She's having fun. She's having the time of her life.
Well, not anymore because she's fired, right?
Yeah, she's fired. The officers involved are fired, and you know what? Like I said, she's not pretty, but she also looks so kind, so sweet.
Innocent, you mean?
No, you look at her. Yeah, look at her. Yeah, you would never have guessed it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She doesn't look like a freak.
Man,
she would be wild.
She is, but you know what they say? It's the ones that don't look like a freak that are freaks.
I guess so. I would look at her and would not assume she is DTF.
Right, exactly. Damn, that's crazy. You know that after all this was said and done, that they still kept contact.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's...
I have no
You know
doubt.
what? Okay, I guarantee you with all this fame that she's having out there, I guarantee you probably has an OnlyFans by now.
Oh, if she doesn't, she's doing it wrong.
Right, exactly. You know how... Because she
capitalize. Because she's out of a job. She's going to need the money.
Right.
Might as well.
All right, and let's be honest. Okay, she's out of the job. The next employer that finds out what she did and why she got fired, and be like, okay, yeah, go ahead, work for us.
Yeah, I don't know about that because
I think so.
Other cops will be like, nope, not getting in that.
Well,
mess.
it doesn't have to be cops, but like if it's just like a.
Oh, that's true. She's probably out.
Yeah, even if she's like working at McDonald's, right?
Her massage parlor.
Imagine how many burgers she's gonna be flipping.
Yep. Just got that.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on SpaceX?
That's Elon Musk's space program, the rich man space program. I like it. I like the idea.
All right. So, isn't it amazing how capitalism is that it took this basically private party to start sending us back to the moon, sending us back into orbit, because ever since I believe it was under the Obama administration where they cut funds to NASA, if I remember correctly, but
not 100% sure on that, whether or not they had cut funds during that administration or any, but they certainly, I don't know, I kind of miss sending people out into space. I thought that was cool.
The one I know that we've been using a lot of like Russian rockets, basically, to be sending our men and women up in space. But it's amazing how Elon Musk basically made the advances that Elon Musk has done to the space programs are amazing.
Yeah, because it's like it says. I mean, it's his money's not unlimited, and it's not like every year he's just gonna take on another few trillion of taxpayer dollars that he can just, poop money willy-nilly.
Right.
Of course not.
So the thing I like about this is the fact that he designed rockets that detach, right? And they literally go down to Earth and land themselves.
Yeah, the most cost-effective rockets you can possibly think
literally
of that you can reuse.
The fact that was what was causing us the most money through NASA was the fact that basically once the rocket was up in the air and it detached, that rocket just basically did a crash course down to Earth. You know,
Yeah.
either it was in the ocean or whatever, but basically that was useless. It wasn't. You can't use it anymore.
Yeah, it's done.
You know,
Leave it.
and you have
Don't need it.
exactly. You have SpaceX. So I have a story right here from CNN. So Merritt Island, Florida, SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket, the towering launch vehicle known for its boosters, aerial acrobatics, and synchronized landings, when returned to Earth, took the sky Sunday, delivering national security payloads to orbit for the U.S. military. So not too long ago, like, should I date us? Today we're the 16th, so this was yesterday, which was the 15th. So on July 15th, the rocket took off at 5:56 p.m. in the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, making the fifth successful flight of the rocket's recently dethroned as the world's most powerful orbital launch vehicle. Dang, that's crazy. Like the fact that
I wonder what was in the payload.
Okay, so it says it right here. Let me find that real quick. So
It's national security. Why?
So right here, the USS F-44 included 6 payloads on one satellite that advanced communications, space weather sensing, and other technologies. So that's basically what it was sending up to the, I believe, what's the
ISS?
Yeah, is that the International Space Station, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically what it was sending up there. And so basically right now, SpaceX has been doing a lot of military, I guess they got a military contract that, you know, they've been sending a lot of military stuff up to space.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good thing. I mean,
Space Force, it's coming.
Space Force is already here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just wish it was, no, I don't wish it was, but I mean, I wish we were just fighting aliens with Space Force.
Eventually.
Hold on. I needed to wet my whistle a little bit. So, additional details about the satellite on Sunday's missions were not immediately available. With each launch, the Falcon Heavy rockets puts on a dramatic show back on Earth. Have you seen the photos?
I've seen the videos of it landing like on a tiny little platform.
Right, but there's this. We're gonna try to put right here, boom, maybe right here, a photo of one of the ones that I saw. That it's just the I guess I don't know how you call it, but just like the aftermath of the rockets going off. It's just beautiful to look at.
Like the used rocket landing.
Yes. While the Falcon Heavy gives off about 5 million pounds of thrust, SLS puts out as much as 8.8 billion pounds of thrust, 15% more than Saturn's V rocket that powered the Apollo mission landings. Oh no, I clicked on something else.
And almost as much thrust as Officer Hall had taken. Sorry.
Damn, boom.
Sorry.
The Starship system, which is expected to output both SLS and Falcon Heavy, the forthcoming Super Heavy booster, which is designed to vault the Starship spacecraft into space, is expected to put off about 17 million pounds of thrust.
Jeez.
Dude, this thing is...
It's a powerful rocket.
It is, and that's what I like about like the private sector, that basically, you know, they're not really forced by government's hands, you know, so like the government regulations, you know, through NASA and all that, so they can take risks, you know. With NASA, like once you run out of money, you basically got to like try to get money, you got to get Congress to approve of the money, so you can get more money. With SpaceX or what's Jeff Bezos?
Well, there's still a lot of regulation even through the private sector.
Oh, there's, but not as much.
No, I think there's
more funding is what I meant to say.
More funding, yeah, for sure. Because it's like, what did he do to fund? He sold those flamethrowers, right, to fund the next stage.
The not a flamethrower.
Oh yeah, the not a flamethrower. He sold those, and I need more money. Let me make a Tesla.
So you know about the Boring Company, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you know about the not a flamethrower?
Yeah.
So did you see where he got the not a flamethrower name?
No.
Have you ever seen Spaceballs?
Yes.
So when he goes to talk to that Yoda guy, I keep on forgetting his name, but he wants to know how they build whatever it was, right? And he's like merchandising. Oh, yeah. And he opens up the store, and
we got lunch boxes.
This is my favorite part. This is not a flamethrower, safe for kids. And like, dude, it's just like, man, the fact that Elon Musk is such a troll.
He is a troll. I'll give him that for sure.
That's basically where he got the not a flamethrower. He got the not a flamethrower from Spaceballs.
I think that's also why I think the different Tesla models actually spell out, I think it's sexy.
Yes.
So you got the Model S, the Model E, the Model X.
The Model S, the Model 3,
There
the
you
Model
go.
X and the Model Y.
Yeah.
So it spells out sexy. Dude, this guy, like, his marketing is like beyond nobody else's, you know.
I'm sold. You know, I'll buy it just for that.
And now he owns Twitter.
And now he owns Twitter.
Talking about Twitter, guys, follow us on Twitter, which is slightly_0FF. Follow us on there. You guys will get a lot of updates from us, whether we cancel a podcast, which we shouldn't. But, you know, if you guys just want to talk to us, communicate with us, go on there. Also, about communication, if you guys want to comment on our videos on Rumble and or YouTube, later on we're going to be doing a segment where we read the viewers' comments, you know, so if you want to talk to us and get a chance to, you know, communicate, and maybe, you know, we read your comment on...
Yeah, we'll give you a shout-out.
We'll give you a shout-out.
Talk about how bad we are at reading.
Yeah, yeah, that too. Goes to show you that we didn't pass school. I didn't pass school, so, you know.
I passed it the other day. I drove by it. I said, hey, I used to go there.
Boom. There you go. So that's a little bit about SpaceX's news. One more thing I wanted to talk about that I find really interesting. So this will be our kind of like little cryptid segment of the podcast. So when you hear and or see the number 666, what do you think about?
The movie The Omen.
The Omen.
Yep.
The movie that came out on 2006.
Nobody thinks of that movie. No one. It's the old one. It's the original.
It's the best. Oh, are you talking about the original Omen?
The original The Omen.
Okay, because I don't think I've seen the... Okay, I didn't... Yeah, no, I didn't see both of them. But it's like the best marketing right there, right? So the Omen comes out on 2006.
You know, somebody just sat there, thought about it. I was like, 666. Oh, what can we do? Oh, yeah. Let's remake The Omen.
So other than a movie, that's what do you, like? That's what you think about when you hear 666?
Yeah, I think about that movie. I mean, I don't know. I really, those numbers don't really mean too much to me.
So what about lucky number 13
or unlucky number 13? Well, I'm not a super superstitious person, you know, for starters. So, but I mean, I can understand why. You know, if you are superstitious, why you wouldn't want to like walk under a ladder with 13 steps or something, and you know why Friday the 13th.
Why you don't step on on a crack or you break your mama's back?
Yeah. Step on a line, break her spine.
There you go. So you're not a believer of numbers.
Not really.
You don't think numbers hold power in a lot of people's minds? Well, okay,
I think they do for hold power.
I didn't mean it like
minds.
that. I
mean
like sure. You know, like do the numbers hold power in your mind?
Not particularly. I mean, I do have like lucky numbers.
Okay.
So if I play roulette, yeah, I got these numbers because it's like why any numbers? You know, why not just put them on there randomly every time? So instead of that, I just do numbers that I guess do have some sort of meaning, and it's just birthday numbers. Birthday numbers of the people I care about, and that way, if I do win, I can say, hey, you know, you won me such and such money. So I did that, and I got it last time I went to Vegas. I did my son's birthday, and yeah, it hit. I won $36.
$36.
$36.
So you don't.
I gave him $5.
Right. He gets a little bit because he was.
Of course. Yeah.
So you don't believe like you don't have those superstitions where it's 11:11. You don't make a wish.
No.
Or it's 10:10 or anything like that.
I think to me that's like the numerical equivalent of astrology. Astrology.
So you don't believe in astrology? You're not a Leo. What are you?
Well, I'm a Pisces.
You're
right.
Pisces?
I'm a Pisces, but no, I don't think like the positions of the stars on any given day, you know, is like an excuse to be a jerk, or you know, it's
you base your whole entire attitude over the fact that you're an asparagus.
Yeah, I'm not an asparagus. You know, I'm a broccoli.
Boom, there you go. So there's a lot of people that believe in, you know, the power of numbers. You know, so there's a lot of people that if they buy something and it comes out to the total is 666, they will not pay for it. They'll be like, charge me this, or, you know, here's an extra candy bar right here, because they don't want that number 666, because 666 is believed to be the number of the beast. You know,
it's the opposite for me. If my receipt came out to 666, I'd want an extra copy because I'm gonna frame one of them,
bro. So honestly, literally, it's the same exact here. I love I love trying to find 666 in like everyday life. You know, like it's just, I don't know why. So I guess to me, my lucky number would be 666, because it's not really like a luck thing. I just get excited to see it, you know, because it's just like a
fun number.
Yeah, it's the bad number.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like ooh. You know what I do also is when I'm at the gas station and I'm using my debit card, and I just try to get it at the 000, all zeros, or all nines, or whatever. That to me is a lot of fun. But I mean, as far as holding power over me, I don't really let anything. But I will say this, whenever I'm watching TV and I got to turn up the volume, I always turn it up by 5. I just don't see any point in having it at 17. It's got to go to 20 or 15. Why 17? Go to 20. Make it count. When I tell the kids turn it up, they already know. Like, if it's at 20 and I say, hey, turn up the volume.
It's that
gonna be 22 or 23? They're gonna go to 25.
Is that an OCD thing though?
No.
Sure.
No.
So you don't tell me that when you go put gas in the car, you don't have to stop it like at $33 exactly, and if you stop it at $33.01, then you have to like put in an extra like 99 cents worth of gas in there.
See, that's why I know it's not, because I won't do that. Like if I land on it, like I'm trying to land on it for sure. I want to get those zeros, like 50, 000, exactly. It just makes my day. It's the little things. But if I don't get it, I don't get upset. But I do get upset, like if you turn up my TV and you turn it up to 27. That's a weird number. Just go to 30.
Well, what's wrong with 27 though?
It's not 30. It just seems like it's too random.
But is it obviously it's a bit more like obviously a bit louder, but like does it really make that much of a difference?
It's a non-effective number in terms of volume. I can't hear the difference between 27 and 25 or 27. And let's say if I told you to turn it down and you turned it down to 27 from 30, no, that's not enough. You got to give me more.
I guarantee you're that kind of husband / father that you go home, right? Long day of work, kick back, sit back, take your shoes off, take your boots off. You crack open the cold one, and you're just watching TV, right? An hour goes by. You're watching your favorite show, whatever,
so
right?
far, so good.
And then you be like, you know what? Let me just turn it up a little bit, and you turn it up, and you see that number 28. And you just you blow your top off because you were watching TV the whole time at 27.
Nope, because I never was. Because everyone in that house knows you do not turn it up to 28.
That unlucky day that happens right there, I guarantee you we're gonna be reading your story on the news on this podcast. Right
Local man loses his shit because the volume was at 28 and not 30.
You see? So
no, I can't do it.
That's weird. Here's another story about a number that I got so excited about. One time I went to Taco Bell and I ordered all my food, right? And my receipt, my total came out to $17.76.
Oh,
bro,
nice.
I was like the most happiest ever.
You're so patriotic that
right,
day.
Exactly. I took a picture, uploaded to Facebook, bro. I was so wet about that number right there. And then it's funny though. Well, it sucks though because like the next time I went to Taco Bell, I ordered the exact same thing. Never again.
Oh no,
it didn't happen.
They realized what they did.
Right,
too many patriots ordering the same thing.
Bro, they gave me too much freedom.
Yeah,
that day, like I literally bought my freedom. Right,
you're like speed limits not for me driving home.
Right,
you're like this is America.
Exactly, but it's crazy to think that like a lot of people give power to these numbers. So they're
like 420.
Yes, there you go, 420.
It's a holiday.
Is it though?
Yeah, every pothead I know. Every pothead I know.
Born.
Was he?
Yeah,
I thought that was just a joke.
No, it actually is.
Shut up.
No, I'm being for real. Let me look it up real quick.
Jamie, look that up.
Right.
No, because I got a lot of pothead friends that are like, yeah, it's 420, yo, today.
April 20th, 1889. Wow. You see? Told you.
Coincidence? I think not.
Boom.
Hitler invented weed.
I bet you anything Kanye celebrates that day.
You celebrate 420, not for the reason you think so.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the way Snoop Dogg celebrates it.
Right? But yeah, a lot of people give like way too much power to numbers. Like they
69.
Yes, but that's also that's a powerful number. Just the fact that it's just we're gonna leave it there. It's just a powerful number.
Very powerful number.
Very powerful number.
Explosive number.
If you do it right.
If you can't do it wrong.
You kind of can.
All right, fair enough.
I'm not gonna get into detail about that. If you want more detail about that, right there, you guys.
How do you do 69 wrong? Somebody write that down.
Somebody does 70. What if there's like a 68?
I don't even want to picture what that could be.
There could be just 2 11s.
Sounds like butt stuff. There'll be butt stuff with 68.
Bro, let me finish my
go ahead.
My train of thought. You're taking me off topic, bro.
No.
Come on.
Okay. All right.
So as I'm going, like a lot of people give like way too much power to numbers, right? Just like they give a lot of, because you know how so our brain, I believe that you manifest stuff that from your brain, right? So if you think about something, keep on thinking about something, that eventually your brain makes it happen.
Like when they say you have a negative thought, well, bad things are going to happen.
Right, exactly. I don't know, have you ever felt like, okay, so me and you were eating, we get something to eat, right? We get some burgers, right?
Right.
And we get the exact same burgers, exact same place, right?
Okay.
So me and you are eating. Your burger's completely fine, right?
Right.
And I'm eating my burger, and then I'm like, damn, this burger doesn't taste as good. I'm like, there's something off about this burger. And you're like, really? You're like, my burger's fine, whatever, right? We take a look at my burger, and there's a worm in it.
Oh, then it's not the same burger.
It's not the same burger. But now, I'm just saying, the worm is an extreme example, right? But let's just say mine, it's like, I don't know, I guess like a little bit too pink or whatever. It just looks different, you know? But you look at your burger, and it's completely fine, right? It's completely cooked through, and it's completely fine. Just because I told you that my burger is off and it looks off, right? You automatically thinking, oh, damn, what's wrong with my burger now?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
No,
and
I
not
that.
only that, like, I kind of start gagging, right? Like, I'm like, oh, I don't feel good anymore, right? Now you start thinking, like, okay, like, wait, am I getting sick? I'm like, you kind of start sweating a little bit. So you see, just the fact that somebody told you.
It's the power of suggestion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so you
Plus, if I saw you gag right now, I'd feel a little sick. That's
I was
just
gonna make a joke about the female officer, but
okay.
yeah. So you see,
you didn't gag.
So the fact that your brain has the power to manifest stuff, right? Like there is people. What I keep on forgetting that term, that name, where you believe that you're sick and you actually make yourself sick.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
where it's not you actually don't. You're not. You never got sick. You never got You never got the flu, you never got a fever, any of that stuff there. But the fact that you keep on thinking to yourself that you're sick, you physically become sick.
I think I'm gonna look it up because I think it's called Munchausen syndrome.
Because I know there is Munchausen by proxy, which is basically, you know, when somebody makes you think you're sick.
Munchausen syndrome.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, in which a person repeatedly seeks medical attention for falsified, exaggerated, or self-inflicted physical symptoms. Oh yeah.
But no, so would that be the same thing though? Because that's more self-inflicted.
That's
right?
where you're
so
faking it.
Right. But no, I'm talking about like where you actually you think you're sick and you actually become sick. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like for instance, like
I thought it was this one, but no, I guess
right.
not.
Like so, another example would be like you finish watching a scary movie, right, and it's late at night, you know, and the magic number, 3:33 in the morning. You know about that, right? The 3:33.
No.
So between the hours of, I'm gonna get it wrong. It's 3:00 and 4:00. There's a magic number that's 3:33, which is what people call the witching hour. So apparently that is when the most supernatural stuff happens, and supposedly, you know, the earth and the spiritual realm, like they are one in one, you know. So
like the little portal opens for just that moment.
Where it's called witching hour because it's between 3 and 4, right? So I don't know, like if you've seen like any movies that actually do it right.
Yeah, because usually 3 and 4 equals 7. There's 7 days in a week.
And the lucky, I believe
I have no idea.
I believe the holy number is 777. I believe that. Hold on. Wait up. So let me.
Those are casino numbers.
When
you hit that slot machine.
The Boeing 777. Okay, wrong one. The 777 is an angel number, meaning whatever. The angel number 777 also means that God does not expect you to be perfect, as only He is perfect. Okay, I didn't click on anything, but that's just the first part that said it right there.
You're getting ads. You're getting ads.
I know, right? Slotsville Casino. Damn, I wish we had ads. We could actually be getting paid for this right here.
Oh, that'd be nice.
So another example is, you know, like when you're watching a scary movie at night and you're getting ready to go to sleep, and for whatever reason, if the movie's good, you start being kind of paranoid, right? Like you're like, oh, like, you know,
Well, you know, that's fair because I tend not to listen to reviews or anything until after I've seen the movie, because I am that person where it's like, oh, you tell me it sucks, I'm gonna go into it thinking, I'm prepared for something that sucks.
That's literally me right there, and I hate that.
And I don't give it a fair shot.
Literally, until you watch it and you're like, okay, it was good, but I don't want to think it's good, but it's good.
And I know I'm doing it. I can't stop it.
Right, exactly. So when you watch a scary movie, hear a scary story, just, I don't know, anything in general like that, like at night, you start thinking, okay, well, I can start hearing things. And next thing you know, you start hearing things.
Oh yeah.
It's completely pitch black. I don't know if you guys have ever done this also, where it's just completely pitch black, and you're just staring at a corner of a room. I'm literally looking at this corner because like we have little inside baseball where you see light, but it's completely dark. We have the lights off.
I don't even want to look over there now. It creep me out.
Right there, look.
There's
right there.
a man in a hat,
bro. It's the skinwalker right there. Anyways,
Fucking
you start watching that right there, and you start thinking like you're thinking about something scary, right? And you keep on seeing that corner, and then out of nowhere, like you kind of start seeing like a little bit of movement, and your brain is manifesting that movement. It's telling you that your eyes, because you want to believe that you're seeing that, but there's actually nothing there. So your brain starts telling you, "Hey, look, I'm actually seeing something right there."
Yeah.
You know, that's the crazy power about the brain. You know, so back to numbers, when people give luck to numbers, when they either give it bad luck or good luck or something spiritual, whatever, to numbers, it affects their life so much. So people live by lucky number 13. They don't want anything to be 666. You know, it's just it's religious, it's supernatural. You were taught, you know, that because everybody thinks
everybody
666.
grew up thinking 666 was a bad number.
Right, exactly. You know, so like everybody has those bad thoughts about it already. So you give it that bad thought. You give it that bad power.
Right.
You know, it's just a little bit something that I want to go. That would be a little cryptic story of the.
Or you seen that movie number 27? I think it was or was it 23? The one with Jim Carrey.
No.
Where he just starts seeing that number everywhere. Let's see, it's a Jim.
Wasn't 27 that one animated movie like with the doll or something like that?
Oh, it's number 23. So basically, in this movie, it's Jim Carrey's going crazy because he keeps just seeing the number 23 everywhere, and I haven't seen it, so I can't give you too much. But from the trailers and everything, I did see it's like 4 and plus whatever equals 23, and we're on the 17th floor, and that was 4 days ago, so now it's 23 or whatever. I'm really bad at math. That's probably not even right. I think it's 21.
That's also the same thing as if you expect a number to be lucky, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say my lucky number is 5, right? Or you know what? Let's put it this way, right? You get a fortune cookie, and it says you will, I don't know, die at 5. Right?
Oh.
Some random fortune like that, right? You start becoming paranoid because you start seeing 5 everywhere. 5 starts jumping out at you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't say 5 p.m.
Yeah, exactly. You just see like
it could be the 5th.
You can see the
May 5th.
the 5 gum. You know, you can see big 5. You get just random 5 start appearing more because you're looking for it in your brain. You know, like you have that number already glued in your head. So any little 5 that is out there, it automatically pops out to you.
Right.
Same example. We bought a Jeep Renegade, right? And I believe I don't remember when the first year of the Jeep Renegade is, and I'm not going to look it up, but there wasn't many around, right? And we bought one, brand new, right? We have one. And there wasn't really a lot around. We couldn't recall seeing one, right? Maybe one that passed by us, and that's it, right? As soon as we bought that brand new Jeep Renegade, like on the way home, we passed like 15 of them.
You see them everywhere.
You see them everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like I said. You know, it could either be like I was talking about numbers, but it's just the power of your brain and what your brain can do.
Well, that makes sense because you ever play Slug Bug?
Yes.
Where you punch somebody in the arm every time you see the Volkswagen Beetle?
Yes. Which you're not allowed to do nowadays, but yeah.
Well, I'll punch my kids. It's fine. Hey, they get to punch me back sometimes.
What?
No, so what happens
is child abuse?
Punching for slug bugs is not child abuse. It's a lesson learned. Be aware. Right. Keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes peeled. You know.
Talking to you.
Yeah, definitely. Know where the so yeah, you until you start playing that game, you don't really notice how many are out there or not out there. You know, and then same thing for the license plates. You know, out of state license plates. So yeah, I can see what you mean. I guess you could just apply the same concept to numbers. You know, if you feel a number's lucky or unlucky, it's gonna start drawing your attention more.
I don't think I've ever had a lucky number. I don't. Yeah, it sucks to say. I don't do birthdays because I don't even remember my children's birthdays. I had to. My wife keeps on reminding me.
She'll tell you.
The only reason I remember my wife's birthday is because it's right after Halloween. So that's literally the only reason I remember.
She's a Libra.
Is she a Libra?
I have no clue.
I don't know either.
I'm just saying astrology, numbers, because they do the same thing, you know?
I'm a Libra. That's why I can, I don't know, insert little, I don't know, whatever description
Of a Libra.
is. Exactly.
We're angry.
Exactly. So, our next story. Mario, go ahead.
Meanwhile, in Florida, man arrested for hanging from a traffic light and pooping on cars stuck the landing. Yep.
Okay. So, homeboy was hanging from a traffic light,
Yep.
pooping on cars.
Pooping on cars says, look up. Says, up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's our friend, Florida man, hanging from a traffic light and pooping on cars. Yes, and a surprise to nobody, a Florida man named Roy Stern was recently apprehended after he reportedly climbed a Miami traffic light, dropped trowel, and defecated on cars passing below. Both police and the fire department were called to the scene, and a ladder was used to bring the man back down to the ground, but only after they made him use hand sanitizer. Authorities state that the man was high on crystal meth, shocking, and marijuana at the time, which just makes the story even more incredible.
I could just imagine. So imagine the overdone actress, right? That like from the 90s movies, it's just like walking, right? And then she looks up, she's like, oh no. And
just think
like
about that. Like you're driving, minding your own business, and then it's one thing if like a bird shits on your car. You can get over that. You're like, oh, I just washed my car. Fucking pigeon. That sucks.
Right.
But then here comes this guy. Just straight up.
Okay.
Poops on your car.
Okay, I'm curious. Was it diarrhea poop? Was it solid poops? Like what level?
If it was a solid poop, I guess I wouldn't be too mad because it just
like
rolls off.
Right. What level of like? Obviously, it's disgusting, right? But like
either way,
like if you think about it, would you rather have a solid poop, a solid turd, or would you rather have diarrhea?
A solid for sure. A solid one that can just leave one spot that I can just pressure wash.
Right.
Versus like just a
everywhere.
huge splash that might even get into the interior or something else.
It's Florida man / pigeon man.
Florida pigeon man out here. Oh my god! But you've seen a traffic light,
right?
That's pretty high up.
Oh, so you know the cool thing about traffic lights?
What?
Like, have you actually seen how big they are?
Yes, I've seen the picture of some lady standing next to one, and
they're
was like
big.
They're huge.
Yeah, they're not small. Like if one of those fell on you, you would. That's serious damage right there.
What would you rather fall on you, the traffic light or some poop?
Bird poop or human poop?
You survived the traffic light. I'll tell you this right now. You survived the traffic light.
I would.
His poop. This guy particularly. Look what he looks like. This is him. Not that it matters, because poop is poop.
That is a handsome man.
But still his poop.
Very handsome man. Maybe picture right here in my hand.
Who would you let poop on you?
There.
Who would you let poop on you?
Who would I let poop on me?
Who would you let? People that do that. There's a lot of crazy people out there, just like shit on my chest or something. So,
who would I let poop on me?
Yeah, who would you let poop on you?
Jason Momoa.
Fair enough.
100% Jason Momoa.
I bet you it smells nice.
It probably does. Like I feel like it smells like Hawaiian.
Oh, that's horrible. What are we talking about? You shouldn't say that. You could have said some sexy lady. You had to go with some sexy man.
Because like we all know women don't poop. Let alone
I imagine
fart.
that if women do poop, it's like these tiny little, droppings, deer droppings. That they're not these savage, horrible, manly poops like that come from traffic lights. Apparently.
So is that a misdemeanor? Is that like a felony? Like, do you know? Like what?
You know what they did not mention, but I would have to imagine it's just a misdemeanor.
Well, that's like also public
indecency.
Yeah.
I think that falls under the umbrella of indecency.
And now, what if he did
You're not
this
hurting anyone?
But what if he did this in front of like a small child somewhere, and the small child saw? That's now exposing yourself to a minor.
Wait. But did they see genitals?
I don't.
Because you can poop without showing genitals.
I don't think it matters, because if you like urinate in public, right? Even though you're up against a wall and nobody sees,
then you're registered.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you know what I mean? I don't think he has to see it, as long as you're like.
Then I guess so. I guess somebody would have to charge him with it.
You know what? We need a lawyer on the show. We need these are questions that need answering.
These are important stories, and we need important people to put them into perspective.
Or the useless stories.
No, this is a very useful story. I need to know, because what if one day I want to climb a traffic light and urinate. I won't poop. I have more decency than that. But if I need to urinate from a traffic light, I need to know what kind of time I'm looking at if I do get arrested.
You want to know if it's worth it or not.
Is it worth it?
You know what? Is it worth it urinating in a traffic light or getting a public exposure or whatever charge? These are good questions.
Poop in the woods, people.
Guys, comment.
Poop in the woods.
Let us know. What? No. Yes. Well, I don't even know where you're going to comment. Just comment. We might read it.
Do not poop
next episode.
In the woods. Do not poop in public. Use the bathroom.
Yes, use the bathroom. But if in case you don't are next to a bathroom, just, I don't know, just, go to the woods.
I've known people that have emergencies
fertilize a bush that you can see the bush is clearly dying. It needs life. So you got to pee on the bush and or urinate. No, wait, pee and urinate, same shit. There you go. Anyways, so we have another story. This one right here, I know I've seen because the images are just like, we're just gonna put an image right here, and go ahead, Mario, with the statue.
So we got a $10 million MLK. What's being called?
That's how much it cost?
Yeah, $10 million. Martin Luther King, what's being referred to as the penis statue. It was unveiled. Here we go. Even some kin of Sclerotica. Sorry, wait, let me read this again.
We'll literally put another photo right here. Like, either way you look at it is just.
Yeah, it says even some kin of Coretta Scott King hate the new $10 million sculpture just dedicated to her and her iconic civil rights leader husband in Boston, with a cousin claiming it looks like a penis. According to that's his quotes. That's his quote. He said it looks like a penis. The massive bronze piece, okay, clever, titled The Embrace. Oof, what are they embracing? Features two sets of arms holding each other, an artistic interpretation of the classic photo of Coretta's and hubby Martin Luther King Jr. hugging after he won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. The mainstream media was reporting on it like it was all beautiful because they were told they had to say that. Seneca Scott, Coretta Scott's cousin, told the Post by phone Sunday, referring to the new artwork on the Boston Common. But then when it came out, a little boy pointed out, "That's a penis," and everyone was like, "Yo, that's a big old dong, man," said the 43-year-old Oakland, California resident. If you had showed the statue to anyone in the hood, they'd have been like, "No, absolutely not," end quote.
Right. Okay, so we're going to insert one more photo right here of how it looks from an aerial view, from an on-top view, right? Because from the top view, it looks like an embrace, like a hug.
Yeah.
But why can't it?
It's a giant statue. No one's going to see it from there.
Right, exactly. Like, I get it if you're above like a high rise or whatever and you're looking down, you see it and it looks
okay.
You can see it from the top, from bird's eye view.
But that's
from
bad
Florida
design.
man eye view. But the it's just
That's a terrible design. Is the first thing you see is,
bro. This is the kind of statue that officer, that female officer, like just gets too happy just looking at.
Should be like, oh my god, it's a big old dick.
Literally, it's just, and then just look at that one right there, bro. Like you're holding the head.
There's more angles in which it looks like a penis than angles in which it looks like an embrace.
Like I get the concept behind it.
They tried.
The execution was just...
They tried.
Like I said, the bird's eye view, you can tell. You can tell it's an embrace. You can tell it's a hug. Just the side. Like, everybody... And then, like, if you look at the pictures, everybody is, like, below the line where you see it.
Yeah, no one's going to see it from that over angle. Everyone's just going to see someone holding a wiener.
Man, that's bad. Like, you should at least have people look over it and approve it. You know,
and it's
like,
Martin Luther King. Come on.
There's many more ways of representing MLK, but it's just that one's just bad. Like they did not. Damn, that's sad. Like it's just
like dedicate that statue to me. That's fine. I'll take it.
Right.
I'll take the penis statue dedicated to me.
I've seen it, so it's accurately it's accurate. I'm not gonna. I'll give it that.
That's generous. It's very generous.
Right. It very is accurate. You do need two hands.
Dude, that's nice. Someone.
Look at this one right here. It looks like it literally just wraps around.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
That's
see,
like that's what movie? Which scary movie is it? Where the
Oh, yeah. Where he's under the bed and then he uses his wiener to grab the clown and pull him back under.
right, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
Scary Movie 2.
Is it the scary movie?
Scary Movie 2, yeah.
Boom. There you go. All right, guys. You saw that statue right here. One more picture, just in case you forget. Right here, like on my
Burn
hand.
it in your brains.
There you go. And now we have for the last story is going to be the top 10 banned words.
Yeah, these are 10 words that have been banished for 2023, according to Lake Superior State University.
Guys, if you say any of these words, straight to the gulag.
Yep.
Like no redemption.
More than anything, I think it just means you're basic.
Yeah, and you don't want to be basic.
Which basic was actually a term banned back in 2020, so I'm basic.
Boom.
So here we go. We got inflection point. I don't know why. I never use that. Gaslighting. Yeah, a lot of people are using that.
So the first one is inflection point?
Inflection point.
Inflection point.
Inflection point.
Can you use that in a sentence?
No, thank you. I have no idea why who would even use that term. In the comments below, if you want, tell me how would you use the term inflection point and why.
Please, yes.
I've never even heard of it.
You, right there.
Yeah, gaslighting. I've heard of gaslighting. I've heard of gaslighting many times. I've gaslit a lot of people apparently.
So is
is
gaslighting? I know what gaslighting means, but is gaslighting when you fart underneath the cover and then you put your significant other underneath and like you make an airtight seal?
And then
yeah,
that's what it is.
Just you guys didn't see like lighter.
Oh, lighter.
Yeah. There you
go. So gaslighting, quiet quitting, which is just doing your job.
Quiet quitting.
Yeah, you haven't heard of that one?
No.
So quiet quitting is where you basically do your job, but no more. Just the things you were hired to do. You know, sometimes you'll work for an employer. Yeah, like, let's say I'm going to hire you to cut the grass. Well, once you cut the grass, I'm like, well, while you're at it, can you also trim this bush? Are you asking me to cut
the grass because I look Mexican?
That's the first thing I thought. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I was like,
do a racist?
He would know. He would know. He's
right.
He's definitely aware.
So basically, you just do.
So
your
imagine
job.
You're doing taxes, right? You're doing my taxes, and then they say, while you're doing my taxes, also do this. No.
So now I'm your servant. Now I'm doing your taxes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just doing not the most.
Right.
Doing
So
the
just
bare minimum.
the bare, like your job description is, I don't know,
like enough not to get fired.
Right.
Basically
cleaning, and all I just do is like clean the tables and. Yeah. You're not going to go clean over here.
You're not going to go help the servers. You're not going to start, filling cups for them and things like that. You're like, no, I'm here to
So you don't
want to
go above and beyond your title. So then that's how you don't get promoted, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
I get it. Don't do more than what you're worth. But at the same time, sometimes you got to actually do a bit more to show that you're worth more than what they're paying you.
That's fair because, I mean, that's how I've gotten ahead in places. It's like I go above and beyond.
Literally,
like,
same here.
Yeah, nobody wants to hire the guy who can barely do the job he's hired to do now.
Right.
And put more responsibility on him. It's just not going to happen.
Me, I started off my job literally just picking up grounds, picking up trash.
Yeah.
All right. Right now, I do maintenance.
Well, so slowly you started picking up skills and things like that. Right. They didn't ask you to.
I can become a manager of the apartment complex that I'm at right now, but that's too much paperwork, and I don't want to be sitting for that long. That's why I choose not to. But I get it, but at the same time, that's how you. And then you complain about that you're only getting paid so much because you're only doing so much, worth of work.
Yeah, see, and that's how it is because it's like I have a small business, and we have a few employees, and it's like, yeah, if I see that there's two people, right, and I got a big job coming, I'm not gonna take the person that does the bare minimum,
right?
Like I'm not. And then when it comes time, like,
my job,
we just got this huge contract. Let's give out bonuses. I'm not gonna give it to the guy who's like, well, he shows up on time, he does his job, and then goes home. That's cool, but that's what I pay him for. But here's this other guy. He comes early. He goes above and beyond, does extra. I'm not just going to give him the bonus. I'm going to give him a raise. And I'm going to make sure I take him on every job I go to.
For example, you cut trees, right? Yeah. And you need somebody that cuts trees, right? And then this guy, you hire him, cut trees. All right, he just cut trees. He just cut the trees, all the leaves fall, and he leaves. He did his job.
Yeah.
He's not cleaning up.
I wouldn't expect him to. No.
Yeah, but now you have person B that cut the trees, gave the tree a nice fade,
Yeah.
You know, like got the little back hairs from the tree.
Oh, for sure.
All that good stuff right there.
Fresh
Then
cuts.
then he came down and then he picked up the hair from the trees and threw it away.
That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah, exactly.
Industry terms.
Yeah, you know, like, so it's just, guys, like, I mean, nobody's saying do more than what you're worth, but at the same time, you know, like, look at the pros and cons of it.
Yeah, but don't also expect more than what you've put into it.
Exactly. If now also if your employer is not recognizing what you do,
you need a new employer.
Yeah, you do.
For sure.
Just don't fall into that hole where, you know, like, you're only gonna do the bare minimum because that's what,
if you're quiet quitting, then just fucking give up.
Yeah.
If you're quiet quitting, then just leave.
Yeah.
You know, go quit loudly. You know,
like, do those videos where like you go on Walmart Overcom and then you're like,
yeah, exactly. Make it a statement so that the manager and everybody else there knows that it's not worth it.
All right, quiet quitting. Next,
we got moving forward. I don't know why. Is that something that annoys you? Have you heard people tell you, well, moving forward? Oh, I guess that is annoying. That's almost condescending. You know, when somebody tells you,
moving forward.
Moving forward, I would like you to do this, and we're going to do it this way.
But I use that term, like, because you're moving forward. Like, you're no longer in the present and you're not in the past. So moving forward, you're going to be doing, you're expected to do this, or moving. It's really that word. It doesn't make sense.
It's a little passive aggressive, but I mean, come on, get over it. Amazing.
You can't use amazing.
This beer is amazing.
You can't use amazing.
I think because it's over exaggerating whatever it is. Because like, if I said this beer is amazing, is it really amazing?
It's amazing to you?
Is it amazing to me? I mean,
well, you're the one that said it's amazing.
Well, it's kind of the way I see it is when people overuse a word, and then it starts to lose all meaning. And amazing is supposed to be reserved for something
like literally,
something that's like literally. You know, like,
so you literally hate when people use the word literally.
They literally use it to death to the point where it literally no longer makes any sense.
So that person did not literally fly off of the chair.
Yeah,
right.
Even the dictionary literally had to change what it means because people were literally using it way too much.
Right. I get you.
And fair enough. I'm like, okay.
But in that point right there, and on that point, I understand literally, but amazing is a word you describe something because you found it amazing, right? It is your opinion.
What exactly does it mean? Because I think amazing is got to be reserved for something miraculous.
But what's to say it's not miraculous to you? It's to you, but now you, the viewer, may not find it amazing.
I guess it says,
like, for
causing
instance,
great surprise or wonder, astonishing.
Right. Like, for instance, right? A lot of people would say the movie Avatar, the blue people, is an amazing movie.
But see, that makes sense because it's something of that with like this great grand thing. Kind of
I call it a remake Pocahontas.
It is, but I mean at the same time.
So you see,
but I think what makes it amazing.
So is it amazing?
No, what made it amazing was probably what they're referring to is like the accomplishments with CGI, you know. And I don't know if you ever seen it in IMAX, but apparently it's pretty good there, you know.
But I seen it. I get it. To me, it's just a movie. It's just like I said, it's just a remake. So I have
two movies that I like. I would say amazing for one of them and amazing not for the other. And I would have to say then amazing should be reserved for the one that really went above and beyond and did something incredible in that movie. Like flipping over the truck in the semi-truck in The Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan.
Right.
That was amazing because that was real. That was not CGI. That is amazing. Two CGI characters fighting in a CGI fight in a CGI place. Not that amazing.
Right.
It's computer generated the entire thing.
If you want my opinion on an amazing movie, my amazing movie is Ready Player One. Love that movie.
Yeah, see, that's another one that has these great grand things that are going on in there. So amazing. Stop using it for things that are not amazing.
This amazing list.
Like this amazing list is not very amazing. And we go, here we go. The next one. Absolutely. I actually say this one a lot. Absolutely.
I quit in life. All right.
Do you absolutely quit?
I absolutely quit.
That means there's no coming back.
It's an amazing fact.
You're absolutely quitting this amazing life moving forward. You're going to quiet quitting. Are you just gaslighting me?
Yes.
We're going to go do this whole list. So absolutely. I mean, I guess, I don't know. That just seems like such a silly word to try to quote unquote banish. You know, what were you people thinking? Let's see. Does this make sense? I think this is just all email speak. Just people emailing each other.
So the word "does this make sense" is on there?
That's the phrase. Does this make sense?
This is literally somebody that was bored, has an office job, that is just tired of seeing. Yes, it's
These are
literally
just
all through
email
emails.
stuff.
Yes,
You know, because I respond to emails and things like that, and I swear to God, if somebody wrote this to me, oh, they're getting a strongly worded email back. Because the way I see it, if you told me, does this make sense, and you send me something that I sent you, oh, okay, those are fighting words.
Somebody told me, the creator of that statue said they did an amazing job. Yeah, I understand.
Now you get it.
I get it.
Irregardless
of the fact that this list is completely trash, you can't use irregardless.
Irregardless, is that even a word?
Yeah. It irregards the less.
Let's see.
It's part irrigation, part less. So it's less irrigation. So you're regarding less irrigation. So that means you're saving water. And we are in California, so there's a drought. Not anymore by the fact because, you know, all the freaking storms that have been coming through. Like, it's crazy. So you can't irregard more.
No, because so regardless already means to be without regard. So irregardless, is that a double negative? Let's see. The photographer always says, irregardless of how the subjects are feeling, smile. Oh, that's a horrible thing. Why would you say that? So however, irregardless is not considered a real word by most dictionaries, and it should be avoided in normal and or academic writing. See, I figured as much because regardless is already without regard. So irregardless, so with regard. It's a double negative in one word. Stop
English.
using that.
English.
Irregardless, people.
Just English in general.
This is dumb. This is okay. And this one, it is what it is.
I use that way too much.
All right, I think we're basic. I use almost all of these.
Same here, like because it is what it is. They're just words.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Literally, like
I say that for almost everything. You know what though? But that's just the kind of person I am. It's like if it's not something I can change, if it's not something I can fix, and it's not something that's in any way, shape, or form affecting me, then it is what it is.
I mean, you could use it be what it be.
Yeah, just do what it do.
Right.
You know,
it's just man, this.
How many words is dumb.
Right.
That was it.
Bro.
That was 10 words. And I guess there were over 1,500 submissions, and they went with those. And still, and then how am I supposed to tell people that, somebody is the greatest of all time? Am I going to say the whole thing, greatest of all time, every time? I'll just use GOAT.
Or you just say godlike.
GOAT emoji.
Right. This is, I don't know, man, you ruined my day with this list. Somebody had to sift through 1,500 words and their opinion, because it's literally their opinion, right? They're like, I don't like this one, I don't like this one, I don't like this one.
Yeah. Or maybe it's a collected opinion of many entries, but
so there's literally a
I'm
council.
guessing the people that
there's a council of like linguistics, right, that are just sitting down, like, you know, like for instance the Doctor Strange movie. You know, like where it's just the Illuminati right there. And they're like, what words are we banning today?
Yeah, Professor X banning gaslight. Of course he would. He's over here telling people what to think.
Right. And with those stories right there, guys, thank you for watching and or / listening to episode 2 of Slightly Off Topic. We appreciate your guys' time. I know time is valuable. However, you guys are listening to us, whether it is through Spotify,
irregardless of how you're listening to us.
Irregardless of how you're listening to us and or watching either through YouTube or Rumble, guys, please interact with us. We like to hear from you guys.
Of course. And if you don't, it is what it is.
Exactly. Send us news stories that you would like to be featured on. You know, we'll give you a shout out. With that right there, it's Demonic. I'm signing off. Peace.
Peace out.
We gotta do like
a few more outros?
No, yeah, we gotta do like faces and shit like that.